these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milk. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
All right. Coach, thank you very much. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go, baby.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. All day. Defense all day. All day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Underwood. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They run the counter. Meredith. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
It's complete to Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They'll wind up losing 4. They're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Off the play fake. Jennings. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Mike 58 right there.
Off play action. Underwood. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st and 10. Underwood. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Second and 5. Steps away. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Underwood sliding up. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Well, this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Underwood. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
To throw on third down, Underwood finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Looking to throw on second down. Jennings. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Looking to throw. Jennings. This is caught. The tight end, Cameron. And they work this out past the 25. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. On first down, Jennings. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 46-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, Meredith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Jennings. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like
those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, Second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. On second down now. It's Williams. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. On third down, Underwood. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his here as they are now on the board here in the first half. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Pittsburgh.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Malone. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Malone. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. backfield. That's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it third down. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And he hits Drake. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And an alley to run. Jennings lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And into the... His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good to make it 17-7. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Yeah, well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up a third down. From the gun on third down, Jennings. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 37. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah,
but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw. Malone. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get blocked. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Steelers. Point after here coming up. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So we are at halftime. Down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Operating from the gun, Jennings. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down. Malone, and he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Williams. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
They'll keep it on the ground. Meredith slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, Jennings throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. From the gun on 3rd down. Malone. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Completes this one to Meredith. The 3rd down run gets him nothing.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Let's go, Ford. Let's go.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now after a good start to the drive. Operating from the gun. Jennings gets it to Meredith complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man on the out route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Jennings pass. Complete to number 17.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
18 Gator. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a...
Down. 90 Wolf. 51. Here we go. Head up.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, Malone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back to throw. Jennings. Over the middle, complete. That's Drake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing on 1st down. Jennings. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Now he'll pull it down. Jennings lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy! Ready, set. Out.
On 3rd down, Williams. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And the Colts coming out now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Jennings got his man complete over the middle. It's Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jennings. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. to throw. Jennings. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Looking to throw. Jennings. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They run it again with Williams. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The busy night continues for Williams. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. Under 10. Under 10. Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back to throw. Jennings. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Looking to throw. Jennings. And he will find his man on the outside. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jennings. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 4th down, Jennings. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Push him back. Push him back. Come.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you think.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned.
Time to bring the base bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Give me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick. Big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick. Acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They
They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Chills, my jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it, hop on it. Rep for your bro, where you supposed to. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stars treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, is it to get rich or dead? Try. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, really rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just throw my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving that soldier chill. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'm a not going back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. Standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could... The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now a give right side. McDowell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the double.
57. Target.
Now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
8 read.
On 3rd down, McDowell, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On now is the Titans. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that. And
right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. We'll look now at our starting defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
To throw on third down, Underwood. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Out come the Titans now. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll run on first down. McDowell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Here we go. 60-or. Ready?
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
On 2nd down now, McDowell. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Snap.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the pop.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 35.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw on 2nd down. Underwood stepping up. He's going to keep it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some... Here on the road early.
Let's go. Let's go. 30 base.
Line 54. Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
Hey.
On 1st down, McDowell.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got called for the penalty.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. McDowell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, McDowell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
He'll look to throw, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Keep tight end, keep tight end. We got 3 down. Ready.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Malone. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Malone looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here we go on 4th down. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side.
Here we go. Check 55, Mike. Hey, let's get up. Get that ball. Mike, get up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Off play action. Underwood. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Williams. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Underwood. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They come out here in the eye. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So that one will be accepted. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Underwood. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they take the lead here at 7-6. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Draw play for Brown. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know this one is the winner.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They give it to Williams, running right. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Underwood. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Operating from the gun, Underwood. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Come on now, let's go.
And the Titans getting set to go. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders-Patriots to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You got to go to the Super Bowl, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. The Titans on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. We focus our attention on the Titans defense now. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
55, check, 55, Mike. You.
On 1st and 10, Underwood. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Underwood. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Underwood. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other end. Just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. There he goes left side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He'll look to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Shakes off the sack. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number one. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Browns who are out on top. The Browns seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. The Eagles looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Ravens still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
On second down, it's Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. To throw on third down, Underwood. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up fourth. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Taking it about the 16. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. And they'll try the jet sweep here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They'll look to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the gun, Underwood. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Ready, ready. 57, Mike 57.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go, D, let's go.
2nd and 13. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ray. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. McDowell. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown, and he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Let's go. 60 or. Let's get this, And ready. Now.
On 1st down, McDowell. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Titans.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. 65.
They'll run on first down. McDowell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
30 base.
Second and 2. And it's caught. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Titans on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll drop to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football. These
word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Underwood. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Underwood. And he slings one that's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Underwood. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Watch quick. 3 down, 3 down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he loses the football a 2nd time. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd and 4. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it here to Brown. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me?
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. They come out here in the eye. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
3 down, 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but Looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Titans down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. 10 logo.
Rip left, rip left.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ray. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. This will be caught by Brown. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Holt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Pittsburgh, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, I dash, honey, I dash, honey, I dash, honey, I dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, ready to let them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, proof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Ay, why I never saw you in the field though? Ay, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story f***ed up if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.